gathered today to complete the hearing that we began last week. As you recall, this is a fact-finding hearing. The outcome of this hearing will determine whether the judges, by the way, our judges may take a seat over there and area prepared for the judges.
What about the council?
The council, I would suggest the council sit together. You may sit in that area, general area if you wish. Yeah, you know what I would suggest for the council to do? I'm going to suggest that the council sit in this area. The reason is the council might benefit from observing a better observation of the witnesses. The council wants to sit in this area.
Observing a better observation.
Is that what I changed my sentence to midstream. I change things in midstream a lot. All right, so the outcome of this hearing will determine what recommendations come from the City Council and the judges. There will be a majority vote. The majority vote will determine the recommendation. The recommendation will be delivered by myself, Mr. Neer, and my cohort, Mr. Oliveria. That recommendation will be whether or not there will be a criminal investigation open. And that recommendation will be delivered to the state's attorney's office. So when we broke last time, the prosecution had just rested. Now they reserve the right to recall witnesses. However, the defense may now present its case, and they may begin calling witnesses. So I call Mr. Ralph, who is representing the defense, and you may begin.
We'd like to call Kyle.
On the Blu-ray. Kyle, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks for being here today, Kyle. So, I understand that you work for the company. And so what was your job there?
My job was working a little bit, maintaining machines, doing groundwork.
Okay. How would you say the company treated you in your time working for them?
Pretty well. Got all the bonuses. I got paid for what I did. So.
Okay. So we've heard some testimonies about there being possible leaks at our mining operation. What can you tell me about that?
Well, our machinery was a little bit faulty. That's why we, like I said before, we were marking them, like repairing it a little bit because we didn't have the exact materials with duct tape. But I don't remember, I wasn't exactly like the one in the head of it all, so I don't know exactly what all wasn't working, but I do remember I had to repair a couple things.
Okay. I think that's all I have for you.
Cross-examination.
Yeah. All right, how you doing today?
Good.
Good. All right, so that's got a couple questions for you. You just stated you were not in charge of maintenance, right?
I was not in charge, I just...
You're not the head of
Yes.
maintenance, right? Who was? Was that Matt, who had been previously let go of? Can you confirm that?
The owner of the company is actually not present today.
Right.
He was in a car accident and was not able to make it.
Okay. Were you the head of maintenance?
I was like in the middle.
Okay, all right. Well, who was in charge of maintenance? We don't know who was in charge of maintenance because the owner of the company is not here today, which I find interesting. But, did you said that there were some things that needed to be taken care of and you weren't sure if they were taken care of or not, right?
That's correct.
Okay. All right, that's all I need to know. Thank you.
Witness, may any cross-examination?
Nope.
Okay, witness may step down. The defense may call its next witness.
Would like to call Byron?
Tell them what we talked about.
How you doing today, Byron?
I'm doing good.
Byron, you're still under oath from, did you testify last week?
No.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sure.
Let's, yes, or I so swear. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so basically the same questions. What was your job at the company?
I'm a maintenance worker.
Maintenance worker, so you work with Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you have to say about the leaks? Do you know anything about that?
I mean, there's leaks, but in machinery, everything leaks once in a while, and we fix them all within a timely manner.
All right. So how did the company treat you?
Very well.
Very well.
Big fat bonus.
That's what I like to hear. So one question I didn't ask Kyle, we had some of our employees sign release contracts to not talk anything, talk about it to the public. How did you feel about that?
Oh, I signed lots of papers.
All right, thank you.
The witness has not been excused. Cross-examination.
Asking about that. Asking about that.
You're gonna get drilled. We'll see.
All right, how you doing, Byron, today?
I'm doing well, how are you?
So I just gotta ask about a previous statement you made. You got some big bonuses for your work there.
I'm a very hard worker.
You're a very hard worker, very good. Were any of those bonuses directly related to that non-disclosure agreement?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you weren't offered a bonus when they asked you to sign that.
No.
Now, can you tell me, for fact-finding purposes, what this non-disclosure was about?
Like I said, I sign a lot of papers. I don't really read a lot of them.
Okay, all right, that seems pretty irresponsible.
I live life on the edge.
Interesting. And some of your other coworkers have mentioned that problems were temporarily fixed using things like duct tape. Is this true?
I mean, if it leaks, duct tape works.
Okay. Did you guys get to these problems expeditiously?
Yeah, we did them as soon as our parts came in to fix them. We got them fixed.
Okay. About how long would it take for those parts generally to come?
I mean, we had a lot of snowstorms this winter, so sometimes it was like a week, but
Would you ever shut down production during that time?
yeah, if we needed to, we kept all of our stuff within EPA standards.
Okay, all right, good to know. And, all right, that's all I need to ask.
Defense, anything further for you?
Nope.
The witness is excused. Defense may call its next witness.
We'd like to call Jenna.
Ms. Wayhurst Bright, did you testify last week?
Yes.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today, Jenna. What was your job?
My technical title was Human Resources.
Oh, okay, so you handle a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, one of the big things against our company right now is that we can't produce paperwork. Being in charge of the paperwork, do you have?
Yes.
Okay.
I have some of the maintenance checks
Okay.
that last week were said to be lost.
I see.
I have the most recent ones.
All right.
Are those given to council pre-meeting?
I was conferring with another member of the state's attorney's office. What's the question?
Why was that not given to council pre-meeting?
That's a good question.
Process.
This is new information. The defense should have had this, or the prosecution should have had this already. So what happened?
I think that, yeah, where's that coming from?
I brought it. No one told me I had to show it to everybody.
See, you weren't alerted in time to deliver the papers for the previous hearing, is that your testimony?
Yeah.
The council is agreed.
Prosecution is gonna have to see those as soon as you're finished with your questioning. We're gonna give prosecution, you're gonna get a chance to review those documents, before, you question.
I also
All right?
have the, where, he was fired. The paperwork for that. This is a fake thing.
We'll be talking, tell me.
Well, I think this paper bag is some very strong evidence. Thank you for bringing that.
What does that evidence reflect?
So, one other question I have for you. The workers, were they allowed to use their phones while they were working?
It is actually company policy that you can only use your phone during a lunch break.
I see. So, being as how social media is such a large part of today's society, I found this Instagram picture from one of our employees.
Fabricating some stuff here.
His name is Sam Working Man. Sam _ Working Man. Excuse me. It has 1 million likes, and his caption reads, "Just another day on the job." # lunch break. So that would be under regulation for him to use his phone for that.
Yeah, as long as it was on the lunch break.
All right. Thank you.
And what is this depict? Exactly.
So that's,
Why was none of this given to us?
false.
I feel like this is false.
Was it?
Well, first off, 1 million likes, we all know that's preposterous.
Here's a popular man.
Sam Working Man has a hot rod.
I mean, it's hashtag lunch break. Come on, who's not going to look at that hashtag?
At this time, we're giving prosecution a few moments to review the evidence that's been presented here today. Let's recall, and I'm just going to advise the corporation, that if there is a criminal investigation launched, and if there is a formal court appearance that's required, if there is a trial, this sort of presentation of evidence would be highly irregular. It would most likely be frowned upon by any presiding judge.
Probably be thrown out, to be honest.
It could be.
Probably would throw it out.
Have you had time to review?
That is true. We aren't in court right now. We are not.
This is a hearing, and yeah, to make a determination. So it is permissible under the current circumstances. All right.
Jenna, how are you
You're
today?
missing us all.
Good.
Good. This is a very interesting hashtag. Seems like the workers of this company are very satisfied with it, except for the one employee that was supposedly fired. But we'll get to that eventually. Now I'm going through these documents here, and I have to ask you, it's checkmarked here. It says if anything was broken or in improper working conditions, where they assist and fix to standard regulations. Now, it says it's checkmarked here, but I don't recall duct tape being a proper regulation standard.
Well, see, that would be the maintenance department of the company
Yes.
because I just file all the paperwork that I'm given.
And when
Make sure it gets to the
were
appropriate
these
areas.
turned into you, exactly?
Those were the 3 most recent prior to the incident.
3 most recent prior to the incident. Well, I think these are falsified, in my opinion. I mean, supposedly these were lost and they just mysteriously appeared.
Well, the thing is once the employee turns the paperwork in, it is locked in a filing cabinet.
You guys lose the key for that?
No, he was not able to find them because he does not allow access to those files
Oh,
once they return.
wow. Sounds like really legitimate story. All right, well, thank you for showing your.
Can we hold on to those actually? We'll get a copy of it. Cool, we'll need a copy of those later.
Any more questions for this witness?
Yes. So, they're saying that we didn't turn this paperwork in on time last week. You weren't called up to testify last week, were you?
No.
No, and you're in charge of paperwork. So if anybody would have said documents, it would be you.
Yeah.
But you didn't testify last week.
But she said she did stay.
Thank you.
If I may.
Yes, go.
Okay. Because we're being a little bit unorthodox here with our work and such. So, you know, we didn't call you up last week, but we did call up the owner of the company, or the previous owner of the company who mysteriously is not here today. And would he have access to your paperwork? I mean, would it be beyond the reasonable idea of the owner of the company being able to produce paperwork?
Well,